Hello and good evening. I'm Sophia.
And I'm KP. Welcome to Pillow Talk on Hatch Plus, where we take yawns as applause. Sophia, can I hear in the form of an emotional weather report? What's your mood?
I had a really good weekend, so I definitely had some sunny skies in my past. What did I do this weekend? I celebrated my friend Marley's birthday, which was really nice. And then now I'm feeling a bit like partly sunny, partly cloudy. I feel like it hasn't been a hard week, but there hasn't been anything magnificent happen to me. It's been kind of chill. So I'm feeling good. What about you? What's your emotional weather report?
Okay, my emotional weather report is a little funky. I think I'm in like the middle of a hurricane of fun, a hurricane of big emotions, where I'm just waiting to see what's next. I had so much productivity with friends, just doing a lot of collaborating, which is very fun, and a flurry of things. And then now, tonight's just feeling cool, calm, collected, waiting for the next flurry to hit.
Okay. I like that you're at the eye of the storm. Is there anything that you're particularly excited about having done with your friends?
Yeah. Well, we shot a very cool kind of short film proof of concept thing.
Fun.
Yeah, that is just us really goofing around in the highest way. So
That's amazing.
I feel very proud and very excited to see how it comes together. And there's kind of nothing like spending a day being productive with your buddies.
Yeah. Well, have you tried spending a day kind of lounging around with your buddies?
Oh, have I? Oh, have I?
That'll hit.
After being productive, of course, I can't forget that I did spend 8 straight hours on the couch watching Fleabag with my buddies. So that's
amazing.
Fine.
You've had some good balance.
Absolutely.
That's very fun. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I've been in 2 short films. Neither of them have ever come out. So write that down.
They're waiting for the Oscars buzz to hit. FYP.
Yeah, they're waiting until I get super famous so that it'll take off. Is kind of what I've heard from them.
Yeah. Investments.
Yes. Okay. So, KP, tonight we're going to be talking about the things that we're obsessed with, can't stop thinking about. We are talking about our Roman empires. So, what's something random that you think about a lot and why?
You know what I think about a lot? I think a lot about the offerings at the arcade for your tickets, what you get to purchase with tickets as an absolute trinket, knick-knack aficionado. I think the things you can buy at the arcade with your tickets really appeal to me.
Okay.
And I don't min-max try and get the most possible tickets. I am ultimately just playing the games that I think are fun. But when
you're doing it for the love of the game,
I really love.
Do not get it twisted.
I love my way around the arcade, you know?
Okay.
Do I know which ones will give the most tickets? Sure, but those are not always the most fun.
Of course.
So I'm packing up with my paltry sum of tickets at the end, and then real decisions get made. Obviously, you're not getting any of the electronics. Those are for people that are Dave and Buster themselves.
Right.
Nobody else can really afford those electronics.
I'm going to be transparent with you. I simply have never been to a Dave & Buster's.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
I wish better for you.
Thank you. I feel okay about it, but thank you. What electronics do they have? Like normal ones, or is it like an iPod Shuffle or something? What are they offering?
Like maybe there's something on that caliber, but usually it'll be sort of like a drone thing.
Whoa. Okay.
Or like a radio controlled car.
Right.
Speaker, perhaps. There's usually, though, it's like something that you would never be able to buy yourself. So it might be like an inflatable Swan speaker. And then you're like, now that when I need that, that's going to really come in handy. So, but then,
I will.
Yeah, and I will. But you're looking at, 500,000 tickets. It's just not achievable for the common man.
Wow.
Yeah. So you really have to set your sights a little lower when you go to Dave & Buster's. And here's what I'll say is my go-to. I'm getting a bouncy ball. I know that about myself. And I know that I'm going to keep it for a while. I still have one that I got 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's a long time to have a bouncy ball.
It's still got a little air left in it, and it's glittery. And I think I use it.
We bought my friend Marley a bouncy ball this weekend for her birthday.
Was she very excited?
Yes. Well, we went to the store and they had, do you know Stitchette? The girl version of Stitch?
Oh, so sorry. I didn't know her by her name, but I do love her.
I didn't know that about her either, and I actually don't know if that's her name or something that my friends made up.
I'm sure she has her own beautiful name, not in proximity to.
They were calling her Stitchette, and it was actually a bouncy ball covered in fur, like fuzzy, with Stitchette's face on it. And I wouldn't even have known that it was a bouncy ball, but both people who engaged with her just like inherently knew that you could throw her on the ground and bounce her. I kind of thought like that's a keychain.
See, so us bouncy ball heads, like we can see one in the wild and we know. Yep.
Is that your favorite thing that you've gotten at Dave & Buster's?
Yeah, they also have cups, but I am against those because the paint does sort of chip off into your drink every time.
Totally. So right. It's going to do that.
I did sort of date a guy and that was sort of the only cups he had. And I said, I think that's enough.
Right. That's crazy.
I think sort of that's implies a lot, right?
That begs the question, how much time are you spending at Dave & Buster's?
How much time are you spending at Dave & Buster's and how much paint have you ingested? And are they related?
Yes. And how many cups do you have?
And how many cups do you have?
It's giving you have 3 cups and they're all from Dave & Buster's, but respect.
And that's the truth. So I like the cups, but I think the bouncy balls for one. And then I like some of the candies. I think that's a good time to try some candies.
Yes.
I think it's a good time to get a yo-yo, and it's a good time to get a finger trap if that's your style. It's not really my style. I find that a bit constricting, and I think that's scary. The point. But you know, I don't like that part of it. I'm scared.
Totally. I'm scared. My fingers are in there. I'm scared. I can't get them out.
I don't. Who did this to me? I did this to myself.
Right. It's like, I don't know. These are little toys that you would get at school. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Definitely like a slap bracelet.
Were they just giving those out, or were we like getting those in the back of magazines or something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I think we were getting those at like dentist's office, perhaps. Or
right.
Yeah. Or at like school assemblies for being good kids. You know?
Okay. How long have you been going to Dave & Buster's? Like, did you go as a kid or have you found it as an adult?
I don't think I really have many childhood memories of going. Okay. I think this is more of a college, post-college, know, and it's every so often. It's really not like I'm not lining up when the gates open in the morning. Right. But I'm checking it out maybe once a year to see if I've missed anything.
Okay, to get a new bouncy ball.
To get a new bouncy ball, to up the collection. I want to give you one more thing about Dave & Buster's that might sort of skew you in one direction or the other, and I can't tell which direction. Okay. A new thing, because, you know, I'm trying to stay up to date on the Dave & Buster's news, is that they have a human claw machine.
Okay, my jaw just dropped.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and go to Dave & Buster's. Okay. You're going to get harnessed up by your torso. And you're sort of going to spread out. And
you're the claw. Yeah, of course.
And they're going to lower you into sort of a big squishmallow pit type thing.
Wow.
You're going to grab what you can, get back up.
Okay. I mean, that seems a bit easier than the claw machine, though, right? Because isn't the claw machine kind of rigged to not work?
The claw machine is rigged, but I would say...
I got 2 hands. I know exactly what I'm doing with them. I'm grabbing a bunch of stuffed animals.
For me, the body humiliation, I'm not so sure is worth it. I don't want to be splayed out horizontal style for Dave and his friends.
Look, I do it, but... Yeah. Wow, that is crazy. I want to talk to whoever came up with that idea.
If they would answer my emails, I would love to get some info back.
Yeah, trying to collaborate.
Absolutely. Okay, that is sort of my Dave & Buster's news and live from the toy section, what I have to bring to you. Now, what do you got?
That is deeply important. Okay, so my obsession is Vanderpump Rules. Talk about it all the time, think about it all the time. But there's a spin-off of Vanderpump Rules called The Valley. It's, I would say, kind of it's extremely dark and upsetting to watch. And yeah, but they did, for fun, go to Dave & Buster's on one of the episodes. One of the characters, actually one of the people who a lot of people don't like, loves Dave & Buster's. And she had a whole system about how to get the toys that you want.
Does she have kids? Or this is for her?
This was for her.
Okay.
But it also felt kind of like a thing where she was like, look at me, I'm
quirky.
So likable and quirky.
Yeah.
But she did seem like she really had a system. She was like, you need to go in, you need to know which games, as you said, have the most points. Oh, also you need to go to the little toy gift store beforehand to see how many points you need for the things that you want.
Her advice is budget.
Right. Win big and budget.
Her big hack is like have a lot of money and know what it's going to.
Right.
Which is good.
That works for some people.
Okay, I know a little of the Vanderpump. I watched one season and I do know Jax quite well from his work on House of Villains.
Okay, Jax is one of the scariest people in the world.
Yes. I've gathered all I need to gather about him.
And for the uninitiated, for the listener, let me explain a little bit of what Vanderpump Rules is.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a spinoff of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where Lisa Vanderpump, who is a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, has a restaurant in West Hollywood called Sir, and there's an insane cast of characters who work at the restaurant. They all are friends, quote unquote, enemies. I would say friends, parentheses, enemies. And they've all slept with each other, dated each other, stuff like that.
It really is TV magic. Like that casting, you don't find those anymore because I think at the time, people didn't know that you could build like an entire career out of it.
They really didn't understand it. That is part of what's so special about it, is that they just didn't know. Like now it's people who
want that
and go into it with an idea of who they, I think also this idea of like, I'm going to be in control of the narrative, or I'm going to go on this show and become famous, but I will not be humiliating myself in the process of becoming famous. And a huge part of this show is that the people are constantly humiliating themselves and others. And it's really magic. And I will say this, the people wanted to be famous, but they didn't think like early on, like first season 2. Did you watch the first season or what season?
I watched first and maybe part of second. Yeah.
Okay. Their pursuits are like featured on the show. So they'll say like, I want to be a mactor, which is a model actor. To me, when I hear mactor, I think male actor. That's not what it is. It's a model actor. Come on. And and they want to be like singer-songwriters. One of them wants to be own a record label. And so they have these like kind of artistic pursuits that they think the show will help.
Right.
I would say the show maybe hurt, and that also they were so bad at their talents that there wasn't much anyone could do to help them necessarily.
I think the show must have hurt their original plan, but now they get to just soak up and get sandwich money. Katie Maloney just gets to have passive income via sandwiches.
But you know what actually is so shocking about these people is like a lot of them, they don't have as much money as you actually think or hope they do, despite being on reality TV for so long.
Well, and then you get into sort of a reality TV loop where Tom Sandoval now is only getting booked on, House of Villains. And then Jax is now on The Valley in sort of a intervention every episode. Yeah,
he's doing kind of found footage on his phone from the asylum that they have locked him up in every episode. He's saying, I don't want to be in here.
From my padded room. Ugh.
But he actually just got free recently, so keep an eye out for him.
Free my boy Jax.
Literally. But no, it's really crazy. House of Villains, is that just what it sounds like? I've never watched that.
It is okay that you haven't, because it's just on E, which is, you really only can find that in a lobby of something else you're waiting for.
Watching that the whole season at the dentist.
Yeah. And I was there. My teeth were so clean that year. It is, about 9 people that enter from all different reality shows. And then it's sort of a Big Brother type runaway thing there. But most notably, there's been 3 seasons. And because she was so incredible on the first season, Tiffany New York Pollard has been on every season.
She's amazing.
What she has naturally in terms of her bonkers self is such good television. It makes no sense how somebody could be born that proficient.
She needs to be more famous, in my opinion. Like,
absolutely.
I'm like, get her off of House of Villains. She should have enough money to not have to go on House of Villains.
Yeah, it's sort of as if she doesn't know where she is when she's on there, because it's just she's simply walking on saying the most cutting, funny thing you've ever heard and then walking out. Sophia, I know many a people that holds Vanderpump near and dear to their heart. What really makes it so special for you?
Wow. Let me think. I think that I just have a fascination with reality TV in general. I love it so much. I actually do something that I don't think I've said yet, which is I have a podcast where I talk about Vanderpump Rules. And so I'm like, this is a way for me to connect with my community. And by my community, I do mean my best friend, Hannah. And then also just a lot of people I know watch it. I love talking about it with people I know. And I feel so inhibited. And to watch people really just express themselves in the most demented way possible. It's like this reminder that you can actually act however you want.
There's a lot of different ways to act in this world.
Yes, there are so many different ways to be a human. Yeah. And I'm just studying. I'm studying my little pets at the zoo and seeing all the different ways that you can be a human. And it's beautiful.
Yeah. I do think it's very hard on their sleeves, and that's putting it, nice. But I think they're unfiltered, because I often think I would love to start a fight. And then I sort of cool down and leave the room. But imagine if a producer was following me and begging me to start it.
Something really bad might happen.
So yeah.
Stassi once described Kristen as like unburdened by the anchors of shame or something. And I think that is a lot of them. They're completely unburdened.
I think I would really like Stassi. Every time she says something, I go, that's really good.
I think you guys would connect.
Yeah, she might be my girl.
Yeah. The thing about Vanderpump Rules is that it is literally so funny. Like, the people are just so stupid and, like, unintentionally funny. And, like, that is where a lot of the comedy comes from, is just the things that they do, like, unintentionally.
Right.
And I think The Valley doesn't have that. But I also think a lot of other reality shows don't have that, which is why, like, Vanderpump is so specific.
And they're, at the end of the day, they're trying to, like, run a restaurant. Like, the restaurant is part of it. And I think that helps, like, zoom out some of the things and meet people that aren't just trying to do it to be show famous.
Yeah, it's a good container.
Whereas I think The Valley is sort of like, if you're on the show, it is simply to be show famous still, or to cling to some of your show fame.
Yeah, there's no other reason.
So now when I'm seeing some clips enter my phone of Stassi, is she making appearances over there or no?
She's on Vanderpump Villa, which I haven't watched, which is like Lisa has a villa.
She's trapped them.
Literally, yeah, in like the France or something. I don't know where it is.
She's jigsaw creating.
that is just a huge space in her basement that she has created.
Obstacles for them to get out.
That's a sound stage.
Good.
It's just a bunch of people who work at a like villa resort type thing or whatever.
Okay.
And Stassi kind of has taken on, from my understanding, the role of Lisa, who is like the matriarch of VPR, and more like comes on to just like knock little sense into people vibe, if that makes sense.
Because I'm enjoying the clips I'm seeing. It's clear that she is like someone that had a ton of rage in her 20s, which I love.
She does.
I love nothing more than a former angry girl.
Yes.
And then now she's like, sort of, you can see her working every interaction to keep it just at bay. And I like that. I know. I think that's fun.
Yes, she's been filled with rage in her life. I would say there's people who have pushed her to that point, but also, of course, you kind of have to have a bit of a natural inclination towards being rageful. Yeah, it is like crazy. Just, it's insane because like she just like has kids.
Right.
And isn't on TV, which I think is amazing. And like she just seems like in a way where she just seems like a normal mom. And I'm like, but I'm watching you do some of the most like evil things. I'm literally watching you slap your friend in front of all your other friends and then be like, and you deserve that. But you just have 2 kids. And she, in a sense, she did. But you just have 2 kids. And like they're like, Mom.
Totally.
And she just walked in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit fashion show.
We saw a lot of sort of familiar faces over there. Bethany Frankel.
Yeah, Bethany.
Bethany. God bless.
Literally, I pray for her every day. I pray for her. I can't get into that.
God bless.
Jeez. Anyway, I'm praying for a lot of people from Bravo.
Okay. Well, I think I know all of my plans for the next few months.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I don't know about you, I might turn in.
I think I might too.
I'm getting pretty sleepy, so good night, Sophia.
Good night, KP.